Hello, it's Dr. Sammons again from Sozo Life and Wellness in Elizabethton, Tennessee. And today I'm here with Mrs. H. And she agreed to share her testimony, but she wants to remain anonymous for some very special reasons. But she has an amazing testimony of recovery from vaccine injury. She took a vaccine in January of 2021, and I want you to hear her story of what happened and how she has seen a turnaround. All right, Mrs. H, share with us what happened. You said less than 20, or about 24 hours after your injection, and I'll let you tell your story.
Okay, well, I took my third booster, and within 24 hours I developed neuropathy so bad I could hardly walk, itching, 24/7 headaches, muscle aches and pains, joint pains, and I started looking for doctors to try to find out, get some help. I went to an allergist, and he did help me out with some of the itching and with my 24/7 headaches, and I went to the neurologist and got no help there. I've been to many doctors, a couple of different cardiologists.
How many doctors do you think you've been
Oh, I've been to a couple cardiologists, neurologists, allergists, the oncologist, GP, of course. I might have missed a few in there, but back and forth several times. I was having heart issues. My blood pressure would drop when I'd get out of bed in the morning, and my heart rate would jump real high. I couldn't make it to the mailbox without sitting down on the ground because my heartbeat was so fast. It scared me.
I'm going to stop you right there because I remember when you came in, you were sitting on this couch when I came around to introduce myself to you. You could hardly sit here because you've been having debilitating headaches. You said you would get up and you couldn't stay up more than 2 hours, guys, 2 to 3 hours, and her head would hurt her in excruciating pain. She had been diagnosed with POTS. And so, again, her blood pressure would drop and bottom out, but her heart rate would elevate. When she came in, her resting heart rate was anywhere between 90 and 100. And then she shared just making a simple trip from her house to her mailbox and back, it would jump up to 190. Is that correct?
That's correct. That's correct. Yes, and it was scary, and it took several cardiologist visits before they conceded to the fact that, yes, there's something going on. I got told that there was nothing wrong with my heart. I had the scans and the stress tests, and finally one cardiologist conceded, yes, there's something going on, and it could be POTS. He didn't say definitively, but from everything I read, that's definitely what was causing it. I was taking up to 4,000 milligrams of sodium electrolyte drinks every day to keep a balance with my heart rate and my blood pressure. I was jittery. I was emotional. I felt like I was going through menopause. I'd cry for no reason.
Okay, ladies, all of you who've been through menopause know what that's like. And this was not her norm. This was not her norm. So that is definitely, we're seeing just a huge turnaround. Now, you finally gave up on traditional doctors and you went to a functional medicine doctor and you went through the program for 6 months. And I know you spent several thousands of dollars. And tell us what happened at the end of that 6 months.
Well, at the end of the 6 months, I felt like I made no progress. And so I quit going. There was a 6-month program, and it was over. I could have extended it, but I thought I should see some progress in 6 months, and I didn't. I also want to mention that I had terrible digestive issues as well, stomach aches all the time, insomnia, having trouble sleeping. I'm still struggling a little bit with the sleep issue, but
those were all things that were not your norm, though. Right. That you knew that there's something wrong. This has not been my pattern in my life. Okay.
Congestion, allergies on high alert. My allergist basically put me on mast cell activation type medications, yeah. Different allergy medications a day. I had massive amounts of mucus. In the middle of the night, I'd wake up with gobs of mucus in my throat because of the inflammation that was in my body. Several doctors said I had chronic inflammation, but they didn't know how to treat it. I have blood work from the rheumatologist, the oncologist, the GP that shows that.
So you had all your blood labs and everything documenting what was going on. Now I'm going to fast forward a little bit to a few months ago. You made an appointment to come in here, very, very sick. She could hardly sit through her appointment in the back. And we started you on a protocol. We put you on some homeopathics, and we started you on a protocol. And within 3 weeks, she was back in here, and we wouldn't even know it was the same person. So tell us the changes. I remember, and I think I documented this on Facebook. I typed it in. Her blood pressure and her heart rate had normalized. Her heart rate, which had been elevated, is now and in 3 weeks, and it continues to be normal. And this has been, what, 3 months in? So tell us about that, just briefly.
Yes, well, I took my blood pressure one day, and I thought, gosh, it's high. It's never been high. And I thought, maybe I don't need to take all this salt. So I started cutting back on my electrolytes, and I kept cutting out. Within a week, I was down to taking nothing, and my heart rate and my blood pressure was normal for me. I could walk to the mailbox. I could mow my bank with my push mower. I was able to do things I hadn't been able to do for over 2.5 years.
Yep. Okay. And then also your headaches.
Mm-hmm.
Those.
I could stay up all day and not have a headache. The shoulder pain, the coat hanger pain was gone, and that nagging headache I would get from being upright was gone. I started feeling relief in my muscles. My legs especially, were real sore even to touch. That's pretty much gone. I'm just weak from inactivity for
2.5
years. Yes.
Yeah. And your anxiety, the feelings of emotional instability, and that, tell us about that.
All right. When I came in, I know that I was kind of in a cry-y mood. I would get frustrated because I couldn't focus. I had, I guess you call it brain fog. I couldn't focus and get anything accomplished. I was working on the computer one day. I had to send some medical reports, and I was just getting so frustrated about it. I had a friend there, and I said, I can't do this. I can't. And I'm a computer teacher.
Right.
I started crying. Mm-hmm. I was shaky. It was a difficult time for me to get basic things accomplished.
I know. But now that's all gone.
Well,
You're not
I'm
emotional,
busy
except
taking
sharing your testimonies made you emotional because all of those things have passed. Mm-hmm. And you are on a supplement protocol, and we're definitely working on detoxing the effects from this shot that she took, or shots plural. And we're doing a very specific detox for her that is tailored to her body and her needs. But she has had a 180-degree turnaround. And the reason we do these testimonies is we want to give you hope. The person that's sitting out there watching this video right now, you may have a friend, it may be you, or it may be a loved one that has gone through something very similar. And our goal is to give people hope. We want you to know that there is hope for healing. Are there any final words that you'd like to share to that audience? And we know you're going to remain anonymous, but is there anything that you would like to say or share to encourage those people out there about what you've done, and that there is hope for healing?
I remember in July, I was at a cardiac specialist, and he seemed very frustrated with not being able to help me. And the last words I said to him on the way out the door is, I'm not giving up. Don't give up.
Don't give up. And you just finished with your pulmonologist, mm-hmm. and he has seen such an amazing turnaround, and he wanted to know what you've been doing as well. And you shared with him. Mm-hmm. And you also shared how you're not getting all of that mucus now in the middle of the night. Things are clearing up and things are turning around. So you heard it straight from Mrs. H. If you're dealing with health symptoms, if you've had an injury from a shot, don't give up and come see us. We know what to do, and we have the means to help you. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for sharing. Appreciate your testimony. Okay, I know we need to get your Kleenex, all right, but that's okay. Thank you, guys.